that. But she mentions that the guest, Kadi Lee, she says that when Kadi Lee turns up at their Montecito mansion, Archie and Lilibet call her Auntie Kadi.
Yes, she did say that on there. It was, for context, it was off the back of Kadi saying that she was sad not to have been blessed with children herself. So that was obviously a personal spot for her. And she said, I'll just be the cool auntie. With that said, it's a very, the comment clearly was going to, Meghan's comment about her kids calling her Aunt Kadi is obviously going to hit a nerve because the kids do have aunties and Aunt Catherine over in Britain that I don't think that they have any sort of relationship with. So it would clearly hit a nerve. Yeah, it was an interesting comment, I would say, and obviously we've picked up on it. When I heard it, I thought, oh, that's.
Those children are surely going to resent at some point the fact they're suddenly going to realise that their first cousin is the future king. They could have been enjoying life at Windsor and all sorts of things. So, I mean, children are not stupid. I mean, they're going to realise that at some point and probably want to have some sort of connection.
And hopefully that's something that does happen down the line. This is a new generation we're talking about in terms of William and Catherine's kids and the Sussexes. Maybe they'll all forge that themselves.
I tell you, the great hope for that is Princess Eugenie, I think, because there was some talk of him going to have a house in Portugal. Do you remember?
Yes.
And she is the one who is still able to be in touch with them. And she, I suspect, could be the one who could link the children together. That's what I'm hoping.
That would be nice.
Well, interestingly, this is a bit of a diversion off, but I understand that Eugenie had fallen out, or Harry and Meghan had fallen out with Eugenie because she was seen pictured with Piers Morgan having dinner about a year ago. They went for a pub lunch and there was a bit of upset in Montecito because obviously Piers Morgan and Meghan have bashed heads in the past and Harry have bashed heads in the past, and that they took a dim view of Eugenie going out for
well, I hope that relationship does survive because I think that's a really important link.
It's his last remaining link.
And he's been so close with her. Yeah.
Well, the King's left the door wide open for him, but then there's this sort of issue that Prince Harry seems to think the royal family should be apologising to him, whereas it should be the other way around. And the King's got a lot of other things on his mind, but he's never responded to anything. He's left the door open. I think, he would